Now, the reason why into China more we eja to mu a edi few minutes etumi hye a eka skeleton alumi Kumasi won say every single thing in that mall is synthetic. Adie bia na ewo mall bia no highly flammable. Adie bia ode eben eja it will not take more than 2 seconds. Eja besoma ebeshi. Whatever you want to say, highly flammable. Now, they see what China more hona as a big facility say yeto blocks say lay foundation say you see say a structure that in the first place you might building engineers ebe inspect quality assurance for be inspect how fire resistant it is, and I say how it can resist any kind of damage to say China Mall ewo Ghana you see ejatum. Now, fire destroys China City Mall in Kumasi, and video no, I saw the pictures, the aftermath, and I'm one person. I'm Makacha Ghana for say this China Mall. We need to put an end to it. I actually spoke about this intensively or extensively, but Ghana for no, it do sometime be edifudie pe and I say free de and na ye nipa bia ye party fu ade e fu ye party fu inti ya bra but majority of us no ye ntumi nkoso and what's the dia ye na ye ho kire Ghana pa na ye pa ade a fu me ka kire Ghana for a few weeks ago or roughly maybe a month or two ago say your markets na Ghana no betumi jane na so we need to make sure we keep down the spread of the China malls, and we check here. They are putting the China malls next to our market centers. The busy market centers are Yene Ghana for Eko Hokodija. Now, this accident, and I said this fire destruction ya ihuni ewa santimemu. I say China mall ejatum na senia astrono. I want us to go watch the video. We are na yedi inkomobi. This is the China mall na isi ejatum no. Now, near you know, it is a China mall, no Kumasi no bakwashi. Now, so share pictures, so now share a year building now in less than I can say an hour. It to me share any building, beer, the brick, mortar, building beer safety. Are there a friend safety? Are there a friend what we call a year quality control and assurance? What you are seeing there was already a death trap. Now, the reason why into China more we ejato mu a edi few minutes etumi hye a skeleton alumi Kumasi won say every single thing in that mall is synthetic. Adie bia na ewo mall bia no highly flammable. Adie bia ode eben eja it will not take more than 2 seconds. Ijabesoma ebeshi. Whatever you want to say, highly inflammable. Now, they see what China more hona as a big facility say senka yeto blocks say lay foundation say you see say a structure that in the first place you might building engineers ebe inspect quality assurance for be inspect how fire resistant it is, and I say how it can resist any kind of damage to say Menya sure say this building will bend down to this level okono uhu say just aluminium frames in Kwanaka. Now the reason why I'm making this point and then I say there are two things here. It could be genuine. It could be say electrical problem. It could be say obina a mistake in a jatoho, and it could be say the Chinese themselves decided to bend this down for insurance reasons. Me kakra be who Chinese for no. They are good people to do business with, but you cannot underestimate any Chinese. And I'm one person, I'm so much into countries trading amongst each other. But what I don't like is countries taking advantage of other countries because of trade. And maybe because of their strength when it comes to economic strength, when it comes to trade and business. Now, what I saw in this NNSA, first of all, that facility now we see, as a China Mall, it was a death trap. So facility way, one day, I can assure you for a fact to say the building contractors, engineers, to go and check this structure and all the China malls in Ghana. You check this structure here, none of them should exist in Ghana today. Say Ghana, di emraso. Send you to me around Ebubu for Dan say we dino will see a dino non so the road shaha or sanko or making sure say the quality of cement, also making sure say this particular specs way has to and the be China malls say what Ghana will see spread there. We will have to close all of them down. There are people who can testify. Say China malls no nemua and say one nam earthquake zone. Unimu say a dino air was so shaky. They know. I'm to Kumasi. I'm just crying. I'm just around the nation. You could see you are working on plastic. And I will not be surprised to say this thing you are seeing here, Assassin, they did not buy it, they just leased it. And the idea say they are just putting some structure on to make their money to take to China, and whatever happens next, they don't care. I am talking about Chinese who can come into your country and destroy your water just like that, and they don't care. Even when you are putting EMRA in place, cautioning your citizens, the Chinese are still in your forest. Some of them still don't even care about the laws now. Jail. So if the Chinese can enter your country, destroy your water, destroy your forest, and even at the point where you are telling them to stop going after them, they are still doing it. Building something like this with fake materials, it is high. And what we just saw here, we need to now go after the institutions that are supposed to make sure. I will not be surprised to say that thing they call China Mall. There's nothing like fire extinguisher. There's nothing like an exit point. There's nothing that will protect anybody if this facility or whatever they have built, calling it a mall, caves in. Nobody will survive tomorrow. I am telling you, you might not like me. Martina catch them so many times. The Chinese, almost to say, when Jimmy, they will take advantage of you. That is the Chinese. Almost Dawson. I'm just a Nigeria for. And you won't say, yeah, Africa cry. People think, say, Nigerians they don't have compassion for people. Nigerians can do harm to their brothers. When the Nigerians come to your country, it is because they are many and they need to survive. And what you think that is dangerous, you don't want to get into, and Nigerian will get into it because they are looking at the risk, a 50-50 risk. They don't care to make sure they get something and lose a family member or a friend. They don't care. They are always trying to survive. And that is how the Chinese are. The Chinese are basically a quarter of the world's population, if I'm not wrong. So these people are not people that when you are dealing with them, you leave anything to go. You just make sure you do what? You cross your T's and dot your I's. And what I saw today, the Chinese just built a death trap. You saw the rate at which it was burning. Mr. P, get me the video of, there are other videos out there. Every 2 seconds be obi the petrol gum. It is because adie a womu biano are not things that are supposed to be sold in homes. Let's get serious. Your market and I keep hearing this government. Recently, I heard the government saying that they are going to build an ultra-modern market at Aflao. They are building some markets around the nation. And the Kejetia, life at Kejetia, and the majority of Ghana force and Koko Kejetia could Gano, they don't go there again because they have seen another place where it is cheap and inferior. And as a nation, if we allow that to happen, our markets, say, is me no kase obi tike je di matam me protecting the juma, but we jiminti on tiase. We jiminti onim nyansa onim de America no. Majority of nipa na omoko kejetia market and there's what to bear 40%. Why? Because they are going for inferior stuff. They are going for cheap stuff. They are going to the China malls because they allow the Chinese to bring in inferior stuff. The funny thing is, Obibaga say, oh, but China mall no omu create a juma. Let me tell you one thing. When you go to these China malls, Ghana for more China malls holding you now. Obianiwa or you're part of management.